Hey y'all, we are back with another video. Okay, we are going to look at what will happen by the end of this year. I love future prediction readings. I don't know about you guys, but those are my favorite readings to do. I love to predict some things. I love for people to come back and be like, yes, Cartero, that actually happened. I'm like, I told you. I told you. So for those of you guys who can see, like, yeah, I can see that happening by the end of this year, definitely hit that subscribe button, you guys, because I promise you, this is a channel that's going to give you all of the accuracy, all of the details when it comes to reading. You know, we just getting started. We just getting started. So angels and spirit guides for my viewers, for my subscribers who are watching this video, anybody really who lands on this video, angels and guides who need that extra guidance, something you want to say to them, spirit. What will happen by the end of the year for them? Give me some good stuff. Give me some predictions, spirit. We're going to do reversals, you guys. I do read reversals. Angels and guides, what will happen by the end of the year? What will happen? What can you tell us? What will happen by the end of the year for my viewers and my subscribers? Ooh. Well, I will tell you one thing. For those of you guys out there looking for work, say you've been struggling finding a job. A lot of you guys are going to be getting hired, okay? Because I do see you working. All right. So let's start there. For those of you guys who may not know exactly if you are going to start a business, maybe you have some type of talent, skill, ability that you want to make side money off of, okay? I see that you're either starting that now until the end of the year, or if you already have it going, I still see you working on it. So I don't see you quitting, giving up on any type of financial endeavor. A lot of you guys are working very, very hard, very, what's the word? I don't want to embarrass myself because there's some words, y'all, I just cannot pronounce, but it's like diligently. Okay, clock that because I did it. Okay, so Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we got the Page of Cups, underlying energy. Love to see it. Okay, so some of you guys, now until the end of the year, there might be like, God, this can mean so many things. So some of you guys, there might be some type of surprise, an element of surprise. It's either like, say for instance, you have a business and maybe there is somebody who's like, wow, like it's something special about you. Like somebody is able to see what you bring to the table and they feel like you're different. They feel like you're a breath of fresh air. Um, for some of you guys, this is like people are going to be impressed. They like what they see. um some of you guys are sweethearts, literally. There's something about your energy outside of any business. There's something about your energy where it's like, you know what, I F with you. You know what I mean? Someone bring up your name, it's like I F with them. Like it's something about them. I'm strongly getting that. This is also my soft spot card. So, I mean, if there's any element this year where you guys are putting in work towards relationships, friendships, you know, some people like to work on things. Some people don't just like to, you know, meet people, connect with them, and they kind of just be like, I'll see you when I see you. No, this would be something that's very intentional. So I feel like it's either you're growing a soft spot for somebody or they're growing a soft spot for you. Mm, likewise. Okay, so I'm hearing it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I do feel like some of you guys are going to need to balance like what you're doing for work, your creative outlets, but also your life, because I do see people trying to, you know, hey viewer, hey subscriber, you know, you want to go get some ice cream, or you want to make some time, and they're coming in understanding like you're trying to lock in or you got all these goals. I definitely see you guys having goals that you're like, you're not just talking, You guys are actively out there doing this. So I see people wanting your time, your attention. This could be children. And it's like, hey, mom, hey, dad, you want to take a break? Take a break for a second. So I see you locking in. Let's look at this Eight of Pentacles, though. I want to look a little bit deeper. Can you tell me about this Eight of Pentacles for the viewers and subscribers? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're not giving up. What's going on? What's going on? Now the energy is shifting. Why is this here? Hold on, you guys. Let me look at this. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Well, this is interesting, you guys. I have two strong messages here for you. Okay, this is interesting. Do you see how my energy just like shifted once I clarified this Eight of Pentacles? Okay, so I feel like there's going to be something like that going on now until the end of the year. I feel like there are going to be some things, some goals, things that you are going to have in place that you're going to be actively out there conquering, right? And it's either going to go two ways, and it literally can be a mixture of both, to be honest. It's either one, there are going to be certain things that you might like, there's certain progresses or milestones, certain things that you want to hit, but there might be certain things that you're like, okay, that didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go, as you're actively investing and putting time into it. You might, okay, let me give you an example for like YouTube, right? A YouTube channel. You might have a goal of being monetized by the end of the year. So what month are we in? We're in May. There's like 7 more months of this year. Don't clock the math. Don't worry about it. Just know that we're almost halfway through the year, right? So maybe you're not monetized by the end of the year. And so you're kind of like, you're disappointed. But it's so funny because this particular deck has two Ten of Swords energy. So you have the Ten of Swords where you're feeling like depleted, and you have this negative thought process about a situation. But hold on. Then there's another Ten of Swords, you guys, where it's like, yeah, you see that things are not going the way as planned, but you still have this level of optimism where you're like, it ain't over. I'm still telling myself that everything is going to be okay. Okay. Sorry if you guys hear the kids. They're outside and I can hear them from all the way out here. I do apologize if you can hear that, but kids are going to be kids. Okay, so this is so interesting because it's like, now I'm seeing another way that I can read this. You guys, put this where it fits. So it's either, and then you have the Six of Wands clarifying the Ten of Swords. Now, the way that my spirit guides communicate with me and just knowing them, when I clarify cards, it's energy that whatever card you lay down, right? If I clarify it, that energy from that card can turn into the next card. So if I clarify it again, then it will turn from that energy to another card. So what my spirit guides are saying is the journey that you are on now until the end of the year, yes, there are going to be certain things that you're going to feel disappointed in. I don't care if this is, it's whatever you're putting your time, your energy, and your effort into. You could be working very hard at it. You could be coming at it in a calculated way. I'm talking about working on a friendship, working on a relationship, balancing things. I'm talking about a business. I'm talking about getting employment, all of that stuff, you guys. It's whatever Whatever has you like this, locked in and focused, it's going to be a process, because I do see you coming to like a disappointment. But then when I clarified the disappointment, I get the Six of Wands. So all it's telling me is keep going. Keep going, because it's not over. Listen, when I went through the worst heartbreak of my life, I felt like, and I didn't know what life was going to look like outside of the situation that I had invested so much time in. And I used to pull this combination all the time. I used to pull the Death card first and then the Six of Wands after that. No. I'm sorry. The Death card first and the Nine of Cups. Sorry. Death card, Nine of Cups. Those were the combinations. And I remember telling myself, like, okay, Cartero, no matter what is ending, you are going to be happy. You are still, there is still, the sun is going to come out regardless. There is life after this ending. Now, it's a lot easier to, I guess, see that than actually be in the situation. Your emotions are still invested at that time. It's like you can't see the forest from the trees, especially when you think you're going to spend the rest of your life with someone, or like they're your person, right? But, and I didn't even know, to be honest, I didn't even know how it was going to turn around. Like, I had no idea. I didn't know how I was going to heal from it. I just did not know, right? I just knew that it said, once it ends, life continues and you're still going to be happy. That's what I see here. And that's what happened to me, you guys. It ended. It did end. That situation did end. I ended it. But the level of happiness after, based off of how things started to unravel for me, and then I continued to go, even when I noticed things were changing and I was going down the path, I still didn't necessarily believe that it didn't feel concrete. Not a lot of things in life feels concrete though, you guys. So the more I came down that path, that new path that I was taking, which again, I was showing up as the fool because I had no idea what I was stepping into as well. But it just got more and more and more real. It got better and better and better. And then the picture started to become more clear. And then next thing I knew, you guys, I was healing. And that version of me, who I was then, is not the same person that I am today. And it's like, I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back even if I wanted to, because I'm not the same. So believe me when I say, even, I'm telling you right now, especially when it comes to your success, especially if you're an entrepreneur, even if this journey that you're on does not work out doing this particular thing or doing it a particular way, I still see you getting the last laugh at the end. I still see somewhere along this path you make it. So I'm talking to a person who may have been running a barbershop and that barbershop comes to an end. Or, yeah, let's just keep it simple. It comes to an end. Next thing you know, somewhere along this failure, this path, you end up being let me give you an example. Let me say, what could you have been? Okay, so you use a barbershop, you own your business. Okay. I'm going to say, I almost want to say astronaut, but I don't want to be that dramatic. I'm just going to say a trader. You end up being a full-time trader, a successful trader. If any of you guys don't know what a trader is, go look it up. People trade, and it's a skill, and it has to do with the market. And people, it's risky, but it's doable, right? So you still end up successful. You still end up with the accolades. You still end up getting the things that you desire from the work that you put in. It just might not be exactly how you thought it was going to be. Damn, you know what I should have said? I should have said a full-time real estate agent, right? Like that would have been so much more realistic, right? So, okay, you were a barber. Now, whatever, it didn't work out, or you didn't get the path that you wanted it. But then later on in life, as you go through it, now you're a successful real estate agent with 10 properties that under your belt that you have closed. That is the type of situation that I'm seeing. And I see some things happening, right? You got the moon here too. Like strange things along the way. Now, some of you guys, this is literally like you still being successful on your path, but it might take time. It might take time for you to get to where you actually want to be. It might be longer than what you expected. I do see support along the way. Okay. I do see moments of clarity. I do see that. Let me just wait, hold on. I have a financial deck. Why don't I put that on the Six of Wands? Can you tell me about the Six of Wands? Now, on a short note, right? Let's not go so deep. Let's do surface level, right? There could be something happening now until the end of the year. This could be like, okay, you was working for one company and somewhere along the lines this year, it didn't work out with this job that maybe you're working. And even though it doesn't work out, it could be something you didn't really plan for. So it's a big inconvenience, whether you quit or you got fired or whatever the case is, right? But like, there's going to be something else that you're going to pick up, and you're going to be, back in that direction of being employed. So that there's always that. If you're in a relationship, right, and it feels like there's another message coming in. We're in 18 minutes. Okay. If you're in a relationship, right, and maybe there's some certain things, the habits, patterns, negative things that you and your person, even if you're not in a relationship, it's a situationship, whatever it is, right? There could be certain things going on that keep happening, and it can make you feel defeated. It can make you feel like, you know what, well, maybe this might not work out. If that's the case, don't make any permanent decisions in a temporary emotional situation, because I do see you feeling like you guys got it again. I do strongly feel like this is more financial than anything, but you guys, people work hard on a lot of things in life. You just have to pay attention to, what am I putting my effort into? What am I putting my focus in this year? Like, what are my goals? That's kind of what I see. Okay, Spirit, give me a card on this Six of Wands. Let me see. Buying, selling, anything happening like that this year, houses, property. I'm telling you, you guys, just remember, listen, whatever this Ten of Swords is for you, and you can't see the forest from the trees, just remember Card Tarot says this: you're going to find a way, you're going to be all right, and you're going to figure it out. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but in this In this life, whatever this is, you are going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out. So keep going. Trust your decisions. Tell me about the Six of Wands, Spirit. We have practice gratitude in reverse. I love it. Good job. Good job, Spirit. Okay, so let's look at this. So practice gratitude. Gently redirect your focus to abundance, connection, and possibility. In a world that often moves too fast, asks too much, and highlights what's missing more than what's present, gratitude becomes a quiet act of power. It grounds you to what is real, what is here, and what is still good. This is in reverse. So anytime practice gratitude comes out, it literally is just reminding you to be optimistic and to be grateful for your situation, to be grateful for the opportunities that have been presented to you, to be grateful for you even being able to wake up and work towards something, because there might be certain things happening in that moment in your life, in that season, where it's not going exactly how you thought it was going to go. But because this is all clarifying the Six of Wands, which is all about the success and the victory and overcoming the challenge, which in order for you to get to the six, you have to cross the Five of Wands first, which is all about opposition, challenges, struggle. With this coming in reverse, it's like you don't have to be told that, because you're seeing it. You're seeing what you should be grateful for. What is the underlying energy of that? Wow. Escrow. Congratulations, the deal is done and ownership is officially yours. Whether you live in it, renovate it, or grow wealth through it, this is a powerful step in a new direction. What did I say? So there's going to be a journey that you're going to embark on, and you're embarking on this year. You're working on it. You're starting on it. There's something that you're doing. Keep going. Trust your energy. Trust the process, because I do see it paying off. Some of you guys are closing on a home this year, now until the end of the year. Congratulations. Some of you guys are, whatever you're investing in, a relationship, whatever it is, a friendship, a business, a job, this is going to create enough stability for you to be a homeowner. If you already are a homeowner, great. You're going to be another homeowner to another property. Maybe you might move, whatever it is, it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. I love it. And then you have the Queen of Swords, and Queen of Swords is always, she got that head, so she welcome to my business. Okay, I'm sorry. Should I leave that? What's going to happen? I mean, we're at 23 minutes. Should I leave it? Because I just feel like this is more. Let me put a card on this Eight of Pentacles for those of you guys who are doing a lot of effort working when it comes to career and finances. Can you clarify this Eight of Pentacles, Spirit? Can you clarify this Eight of Pentacles? I'm also hearing you guys, some of you guys got multiple things going on. Again, working a full-time job, working a part-time job, having something on the side. Make sure you're balancing, and make sure whatever room you're walking in, that your attention is on that room. Because if some of you guys might be like so focused on fulfilling your needs, if you have like a side business, that you might be making mistakes along the way with the current job that you are, or literally it could be the opposite. But regardless, and it's not going to stop you, but it will slow you down. It will delay you in areas you don't need to be delayed. So let's talk about this Eight of Pentacles. You have the reset. There has been a shift, and your next moves require wisdom. Step back, assess honestly, and plan with clarity. What no longer serves your vision may need to be released, and what lessons were hidden in missteps must be gathered. This is an intentional move towards a better outcome. I already said, Eight of Pentacles, this is something that's very intentional. This is why you're putting so much time, energy, and effort into it. Then we talked about um, maybe having to go back to the drawing board in situations. That's this card. So that's this Eight of Pentacles. So then we have the delayer. It's not that you lack drive, it's your approach to eliminate uncertainty, guarantee success, and avoid wasteful effort. So your brain says, don't start yet. This loop can last forever. Right now, your confidence is tied to certainty. And in your case, clarity doesn't come before action, it comes after. So this is planning, time management, right? Managing your time. This is understanding that this is for the long haul. Whatever it is that you're investing in, this is not where you just put a lot of work up front. No, you have to continue to give that energy. You have to continue to feed this, whatever this is, okay? There are going to be certain things that you might feel like you want it to be perfect, or you want it to look a certain way, and if it doesn't look a certain way, you might not if this is YouTube, you might not post this. You might tell yourself, well, if this is a hair business, no, I got to get this batch of hair. It's this, I'm telling you, once I get this batch of hair with the texture of it, everybody's going to be on it. This is like, okay, what do you have? What can you work with? Like, it's not always about something just being perfect. Sometimes you just need to be seen, and you just need to show up and do your best, and that is enough. So there are going to be, learning curves, but you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. So that is what I am going to say. I love you guys. I hope any of these messages or this particular message resonate. I do talk a lot. So, I mean, if I could have got more messages out, you guys would be here all day. But I feel like this is important. So y'all should just sit on this energy and keep this video, because I do feel like you might need to replay it later on. And when you run into this energy, just remember to keep going and trust yourself. That's the biggest thing. Trust yourself. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.